on, Trell. Hold my mic real quick before we even keep going. I'll be right back.
Oh, man, I know what's happening. Let me sneak it all out before he comes back.
Dun, 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 dun.
So, one, at the end of the day, if I'm a Phillies fan, or excuse me, a Philadelphia fan.
Yes, sir. We love to see it.
Welcome back to the DisciplinedDegens podcast. I'm your host, Matty Betts. I'm here with the biggest degen I know, Gino BetOpenly, and the swollest degen I know, Trell J Sports, coming from Indiana, our first live guest here at the studio in sunny South Florida. How you liking Florida so far, bro?
Amazing. Can't get past the weather. Just the weather.
How's the Hard Rock treating you?
The Hard Rock, everything that you would want wrapped up into one hotel. Everything.
I call it Las Vegas in a
Matty
building.
in a suite?
Yeah, it's beautiful.
This degen's plugged at Hard Rock. He has a lady. He has a contact. I think he's like a 24/7 butler.
You can't beat the Hard Rock. So, a couple housekeeping things, guys. First of all, if you're watching this on YouTube, thank you so much. Our channel is brand new. Make sure to like and subscribe while you're there. And we always got to give a shout out to our biggest DisciplinedDegens member of the week, Christopher Cook, giving out some heat in the Facebook group. Last week, 13-7-1 in college basketball.
It's beautiful.
And
finally, the Algo plays inside of DisciplinedDegens. I don't know if I'm reading this right, Gino, but we're 169 and 149, up 18.3 units in January. Today is the last day of the month, so maybe we'll break the 20-unit mark. And 4 of the last 5 months have been green months since September 1st. The Algo is up 61.03 units. That's some numbers right there. For $1 a day, that's what you get.
You know me. You know I it's weird because on one end I don't let trolls bug me, but on the other end, the only ones that bug me say the dumbest shit that I just can't help but hate.
Yeah.
Some dude told me because I bet the Niners Philly over, I should quit sports betting. I'm like, dog, do you know football? That over probably hits 8 out of 10 times.
Yeah, if it wasn't for the
You can wear losses. I get that I pick losses
There's
too,
variance
but
in sports betting.
the fact that you just look at the final score and that's my stupidest bet, I've made way worse bets than that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Way worse.
Couldn't
believe it.
Well, I'm going to ask you guys both right now. I'm going to start with Trell since he's our guest. What is your biggest reaction to last week based off what happened?
Based off what happened, I'm gonna go with the last week or the games that we just saw. The Chiefs and Bengals game, bro. There were just emotions were flying everywhere. It was to the point where I'm I feel like I'm on the right side. The Chiefs are good. I'm on the right side, but then Joe Burrow has the ball under 2 minutes. I'm I'm cooked.
You had the Chiefs?
Yeah, and I was I couldn't believe it. I honestly couldn't believe what transpired for them not to drive downfield to score. That might have been one of the wildest playoff games I've ever seen. The Eagles and Niners game was one of the weirdest. There's a lot of weird stuff going on in that game. So this weekend was odd in general, championship weekend. So I don't know.
Yeah, that Eagles-Niners game was very strange.
Felt like we got robbed, my dudes.
Yeah. Go ahead. The mic. You're on the mic. Let's hear it.
Yeah.
Let's hear it. Hold on, Trell. Hold my mic real quick before we even keep going. I'll be right back.
Oh, man, I know what's happening. Let me sneak it all out before he comes back.
Dun, 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 dun.
So, one, all that matters is you win the game. The Eagles are in the Super Bowl. That's it. At the end of the day, if I'm a Phillies fan, or excuse me, a Philadelphia fan.
Yes, sir. We love to see
I'm
it.
a Philadelphia fan.
Clap it up.
I got it. So, before I get into my rant, at the end of the day, football is about winning games, and the Eagles won. So, that's a hard stop. Secondly, I think those Niners stopped Hurts. I really do believe, again, I'm right there. I'm 8 rows back, drunk as a skunk. And, bro, 4th down and 3, did you convert or not? Doesn't matter. You did because we didn't challenge it.
Yeah.
After that, 3 different 3-and-outs. Mm-hmm. The Niners D showed up. You cannot keep doing that. So the fact that the Niners allowed all those points, if the Niners had an offense in between those 3-and-outs, their defense is rested. Mm-hmm. Their team is driving the ball down, getting them field position. It's a different game. So I'm going to stick with my prediction. The winner of the Niners Eagles wins the Super Bowl. So that means that I'm riding. And then unrelated to sports, I got two things to say about the people of Philadelphia. A lot of people put them in one category. I'm actually going to put them in two categories. I'm going to show Philly some love. I actually think you have the most female sports fans of any city. Hard stop. That stadium was 35% women.
Really?
Drunk, loud. I could say a lot of mean things and nice things, but really, I think you have the most balanced by, sex fan base of any fan base I know.
Yeah.
Kind of wild. Two, for every dickhead, excuse my language, there's actually some OGs. There were dudes that were being obnoxious to me. Like, I'm in the bathroom, right? I'm covered in red and gold. 50 Philly fans and me. You guys had 90% of that stadium, if not 95.
Yeah.
And honestly, any dude that was like a drunk clown, other dudes would step in and be like, dude, go on, man. Like, you said your piece, walk away. So
that's how the Eagles fans are. Like I told you 2 weeks ago, I was like, the majority of Eagles fans are scumbags. Like, I'm an Eagles fan, I admit it. But there are some good people. Like, that's just how it is. But the Eagles fans are crazy, bro. It feels like you're at like a college frat party. When you're, is that something?
They drink. They drink. They love their team. But honestly, the fact that random dudes would step in and be like, hey, bro, he gets it. You don't like the Niners. Carry on. I don't know. I didn't feel unsafe. I'll just say that the whole time.
No, that's good.
They were shit talkers, but I didn't feel unsafe.
Just a lot of people kicking the man while he's down, huh?
All day.
So let me ask you, let me put you on the spot. If Brock Purdy never gets hurt, what's your final score prediction based off what you saw in the first 5 or 10 minutes of the game?
If Brock Purdy never gets hurt, I genuinely think it could be 14 at half. And the over is looking damn nice. I mean, it already was 21-7, so the over first half was there. I do think you guys ran on us more surprising than I thought.
You found very
huge holes.
About that.
So I can't say we would have won. I'm not here to make up, but I will just say, this is, again, I'm just a boring ass numbers dude. Yeah. I think Niners money line was the EV play. I do think y'all could win 6 out of 10, but at plus 142, I think it was.
Yeah.
That's ROI. So I don't know, man. It sucked to lose. Sucked to lose that way. I've never felt hopeless. We had three QBs had season-ending injuries. That's insane.
Yeah.
And then Josh Johnson comes out. What was he in? One set and leads with a concussion?
Unheard of.
We were done, dude. It felt.
So you had a lot of bread on the Niners the week before and won. Did you have more or less this week on them?
Bro, actually a lot less. It's
that's
so
awesome.
funny.
That's awesome.
My wife's like, you went up there, you spent $6,000 on tickets and $800 on flights. I said, Bella, I was trying to get a $10,000 bet in on the Niners. It didn't fill. Not that it didn't fill. The service.
Oh,
I was trying to take people's bets. I ended up with $3,000 on the game instead of 10. I literally said, babe, I think I netted even.
Bro, I had so many parlays. The first leg of the parlay I hosted on BetOpenly was literally Eagles money line, Eagles minus the points, and I didn't have to sweat out the other legs of the parlay.
Oh, man.
But we ended up cleaning up on that under in the second game and the Chiefs money line, which we'll get into that in a little bit. But
and the Chiefs over crushed for me.
Yeah.
Everyone hated, or excuse me,
the
Chiefs under.
Under, yeah.
I had Niners to the over, Chiefs to the under.
Yeah.
Chiefs under was a good play, honestly. Everyone was on the fact that, Burrow was going to put up this amount of points. The O-line was injured, but they just looked good last week. They didn't let Burrow really get touched, and they're going to feast. And that wasn't the case. The Chiefs defense showed up for the most part, but they let some questionable third and very longs. They let them complete some very questionable.
That fourth down conversion led them back in the game. Dude, if I'm a Chiefs fan and they convert that, I'm like, we're done.
How do you throw? He threw it into double coverage. He was like, forget it. Jamar Chase is down there somewhere. Double coverage. Jamar Chase turns around, catches it on a 4th and 3. What, about a 20-yard completion?
I couldn't believe they didn't punt there. But what do I know? I couldn't believe you guys didn't punt a field goal on that first play, but is what it is, right?
Yep. Being aggressive pays off sometimes. So the Super Bowl. Let's talk a little bit about it at a high level because
absolutely.
I saw the Circa Sportsbook open up this spread, and I could not believe my eyes. It sucks I live in South Florida and couldn't load on this right off the bat. But they opened the Chiefs as a 2.5-point favorite. Circa's known as one of the sharper books, right? They opened the Chiefs up as a 2.5-point favorite. Right now, and we're filming this on a Tuesday, 12 days before the Super Bowl? And as of right now, it's completely flipped.
Yeah.
The Chiefs are a 2-point underdog. Trell, what do you think? Who's your early lead right now with the Chiefs as a 2-point dog?
I'm really leaning Philly. I think Philly is going to be really a team of destiny this year. I know a lot of people said that about the Phillies in the World Series. heartbreaking for all Philly fans. And then the Eagles make it to the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
I don't think it's going to be twisted twice. I think Philly is going to take this game rather comfortably. I think people are going to see Patrick Mahomes in the Super Bowl. He lost the last one to Tom Brady, last one he was in. Oh, he's not about to lose another Super Bowl. But they don't understand how banged up the Chiefs are, how Patrick Mahomes actually had to use magic to win that game with 3 receivers going out. Travis Kelce's back isn't 100%. And honestly, if Joe Burrow had played a better game, that Chiefs defense was Swiss cheese. That Chiefs defense did not play well. The Bengals just basically kind of gave that game away. If Joe Burrow had played a better game, the Bengals would be in the Super Bowl right now. I think the Eagles are going to exploit every single weakness. They're 100% healthy, and they've got all the weapons, and they've got more weapons and better weapons. The only clear advantage the Chiefs have is QB and tight end. That's it.
It almost feels like it's Patrick Mahomes and Travis Kelce versus the Eagles.
That's exactly what it is.
And Chris Jones.
The only thing I will say is the public's going to be all over Philly because they've seen the Philly. So let me give it straight. You only can beat who's in front of you, and Philly's done that all year. They had the easiest schedule, and they capitalized on it. They had a very tough division, and they capitalized on it. And all things considered, they're going in there pretty unbanged up, pretty rested, ready for the biggest game of the year. You got to like how that all falls. The only negative I'll say, people are a hair higher on Philly's defense just because of now what they did to the Giants.
Yeah.
And then what they did to the Niners. And I just watched that Niners game, and I'm like, I was joking with, because, it's sad. We were 7-7, and I felt like the game was over. And I was just joking with the guys in my section of the game. I said, hey, my dudes, Josh Johnson tied this game 7-7. Don't be too high. But I do still like the fact that Philly should win this game. I just wonder if you're going to see some value. If the Philly gets as high as minus 150 or something like that. Yeah. I don't know if the Sharps will allow that, but it's just a lot. They haven't, again, I'm head to toe in gear. Philly beat the New York Giants, and then I'm not convinced any of the 3 remaining teams wouldn't have beat the Niners at that stage. They all would have wiped the field with them. So I just say it looks we're more confident than we are in Philly. That's all. That's my only 2 cents.
I know I'm biased, but a part of me just thinks that the Eagles are just going to out physical them, like both on the offensive and defensive line. You know, this game, like, call me crazy for thinking this, but do you remember? I know you're a Seahawks fan.
Yeah.
You remember when the Seahawks faced Peyton Manning in the Super Bowl?
Yeah.
And they just waxed them. It was like 44 to 8.
Started to play a safety?
44 to 8 or something. And I'm not saying the Eagles are going to do that to the Chiefs, but what I will say is the Eagles are the more complete team the way the Seahawks were. They're better defensively. They have a good pass rush, good secondary. They have a better offensive line, better defensive line. I'm almost wondering, and like the Broncos were like that finesse team. They had a great quarterback and they could throw the ball around. I'm almost wondering if the Eagles could come in and just like dominate the line of scrimmage on both sides of the ball and just like, because again, I feel like it's literally Patrick Mahomes versus the Eagles.
Yeah.
And this guy can do anything,
if
so like
Kansas
they can't
City
count him
can't
out.
run, they're in trouble.
That's what I'm thinking too, because I mean our pass rush is going to get after him, bro.
And Jalen didn't run against.
And he's going to have 2 weeks to rest, so like you'd have to think. I'm counting Mahomes being 98%.
He should be healthy.
He ran a couple times, nothing too crazy, but one of the runs that he did, he actually took the hit. I'm like, bro, he could have fell, but he was like, we'll take the hit, we'll take it.
I can't believe it. If that's a high ankle sprain, like give me high ankle sprain Mahomes over all but three quarterbacks in the league.
Yeah,
I said that Patrick Mahomes with the high ankle sprain is still one of the best in the league. Best in the league.
Honestly, as is. If he never got 100% again, just the same dude.
Because people like kind of messed it up with him. He's not just a scrambling quarterback that throws out of the pocket. He actually has a ton of touchdowns from throwing in the pocket.
Just
but
dimes.
ESPN, they only show the ones where he's magic. He's out the pocket. He's throwing across his body. That's all you see. You don't see the normal ones where he's throwing dimes.
If he's stuck in the pocket, he's still a top notch.
Yeah, 100%.
The top notch quarterback.
I got to ask both of you guys. So something I've seen on social a lot lately is people say that you should bet on the Super Bowl MVP of an NFL game, of a Super Bowl game, versus the money line of a team because you can get better odds. So I want to get your guys' opinion on this. Jalen Hurts to win the MVP right now is plus 110. The Eagles to win the Super Bowl right now is minus 125. Patrick Mahomes is plus 130 to win MVP. The Chiefs are plus 105. My question to both of you is, would you rather take one of those quarterbacks to win MVP and get better odds, or do you think that's stupid and risky?
What's the Chiefs on the money line again?
So the Chiefs on the money line is plus 105, but Patrick Mahomes is plus 130. And these are all updated. You know, every book's a little different, obviously.
That would be where the only value lies in Patrick Mahomes to win the MVP at plus 130. You get the plus, obviously, plus 20, plus 25%, whatever the case may be. Because on the other end, on the Eagles team, I think that you have a lot of options that could win that MVP.
Sounds like anybody can, yeah.
You watch the Niners game, bro, and if that was the Super Bowl, you're not giving Jalen Hurts the MVP. You're probably going to give it to Hassan Reddick, to be honest. So I think that if you like the Eagles, take them to win the Super Bowl. If you like the Chiefs, you could have a little bit extra value on taking Patrick Mahomes to win MVP because if the Chiefs win, it's correlated with Patrick Mahomes having the game of his life.
If Kelsey gets 2 tutties.
I'm going to assign you a little homework. Just can you tell me in the last 20 Super Bowls how many non-QBs won it?
4 out of the last 10 have been non-QBs.
Oh,
2 have been
40%.
2 have been linebackers and 2 have been wide receivers. But there has not been a running back or any other position outside of linebacker or wide receiver.
I get it. So all I'm saying is you just gave us 25% value, but then you just told me 40% cost it. So that
and I do see the argument on the Chiefs side because if the Chiefs win it all, it's going to take a heroic effort from Patrick Mahomes. But it is risky as hell to take Jalen Hurts at plus 110 to win the MVP.
But Kelsey is his guy, so that doesn't necessarily mean it's just
100%.
You got to think, though. Kelsey's success is indicative of Patrick Mahomes. So whatever Kelsey gets, it's Mahomes stats. But then whatever everyone else gets, it's contributed to Mahomes.
Yeah, but if no other receipt, like if Kelsey gets 2 touchdowns, it's going to be a toss-up.
And what I would say, too, people don't like this boring-ass answer. Anything the books offer you, it's like blackjack when they offer you to surrender your hand or insurance.
Yeah.
Anything the house offers you, they've baked in their chance to make money. So
of course.
I'm so boring. I would be like, do I just bet 10 units on each of these quarterbacks and I just get ROI on one? But then, you're out 20 units and that ROI ain't there.
I'm just being honest with Patrick Mahomes still on a bum ankle because, like I said, even off that high ankle sprain, you might think he'll be healthier in 2 weeks, but he still won't be 100%. I'm saying that there's whatever Hassan Reddick is for Super Bowl MVP, I would still sprinkle something on that. I think that there's some value there. I think a hobbled Patrick Mahomes, he might get to him 1 or 2 times.
Hassan Reddick is 33-1 right now. I'll tell you what, I told Gino this a couple weeks back. One of my favorite bets I've hit in my entire life was I had Von Miller to win the Super Bowl MVP. Huge. Not even from a pure payout perspective. It was just one of those things that I just felt so good about it. I was like, I picked a linebacker / DN to literally get a Super Bowl MVP and it hit. But it was crazy. 4 out of the last 10 Super Bowls.
That's a lot.
It hasn't been a QB.
That's a lot.
And I don't know. I'm assuming the percentage is lower over the last 20 or 30 seasons. But yeah, 4 out of the last 10.
Call me crazy. I don't think it should always be a QB. I think the most valuable player should be a variance from the stats. I know I sound like a dork here, but whoever.
Very dorky, Gino.
I'm sorry, bro. Just hear me out. Hear me out. We have the fantasy stats. I think the MVP should be the winning team, whoever is the most over on their fantasy projections.
Yeah.
I know it's lame, but
no, it makes sense.
Just because I don't know. I like if I had to bet it, I actually do like the Jalen MVP. I think Jalen gets very mobile.
Yeah,
I don't hate it, but it's what if he doesn't have to get very mobile?
No,
what if they're moving the ball on the ground?
And again, it's like people that took Jalen Hurts over 47.5 rushing yards or Jalen Hurts over 1.5 touchdowns or over 247 yards. Like if he doesn't have to do it, he's not going to. But if they get out physical at the line of scrimmage, I'm telling you, there's a chance.
People have been laughing at me for 3 weeks now. I've said this Chiefs defense is winning them games, and no one's talking about it.
All right, so then tell me this: over under 50.5 in this game. Where do you lean?
For Jalen?
No,
the total
points in the game.
Oh, I seen it as low as 49.5. Phil.
Yeah, I see it currently at 50.
I'd go over. Square over on the Super Bowl, which I hate.
Yeah.
But I just think I think there's this glow around the Eagles defense that shouldn't be there. The New York Giants were a subpar team. They ended the season with a losing record. They went into Seattle and lost.
Says that while he's in Eagles gear.
Though,
I know.
You said it yourself. The Chiefs don't get a run game going.
If they don't get a run game,
I think it's possible though. McKinnon, Pacheco, they can get going. These are super young guys. Pacheco is a freaking rookie, and he probably made one of the play of the game in that Chiefs game.
Yeah,
I think that it's possible for them to get that run going. And then you got on the flip side, why the over is not a bad play. Yeah. The Eagles offense, we just saw literally the best defense in the league get just torched by the quarterback barely throwing any passes. Literally running.
I was very surprised how
Gainwell. Here you go.
I was very surprised how well we ran.
I was overly surprised.
What did it go? Sanders, Scott? I think that's what it went. Sanders, Scott.
It went Gainwell, get us down there, punch it in, Miles Sanders.
Yeah. I'm telling you right now, the Eagles are gonna move on from Miles Sanders next year. I'm calling that right now. Kenneth Gainwell, they're gonna have to pay Jalen, all these different things. They're gonna move on from him, or he's gonna take a big discount and stay. But that's my prediction.
I like it. I think I'm very adamant on my Bengals take that team is gonna be broken apart very, very soon. Too many players perform at a high level. You're not gonna have the money to pay them all.
I can see that. And I'm gonna be on record with this.
So close.
I'm also gonna be on record with this, and I tweeted this after the game. But my Super Bowl prediction for next year is the 49ers win it all.
My man.
No bullshit. But that's only if they stick with Brock Purdy and either leverage Trey Lance or use him as a backup.
I
believe in Brock Purdy.
I think the Seahawks make moves too. I know you want them to move on from Gino. I actually think Gino should stay.
I think the Seahawks will make a better playoff run next season. We played with a team full of rookies. Our defense was a team full of rookies. We're only going to get better next season. I honestly think that Woolen should have won, defensive rookie of the year. He's not going to get it. I think Sauce Gardner's is just a tad bit overhyped, but we'll take it.
I think we could see a little regression from Seattle next year, based on the fact that they so overperformed this year. Gino and I were on record our first episode of the
Disciplined Degens podcast. Biggest loss.
My biggest 2 L's this season. I said the Seahawks weren't going to win more than a couple games, and I said the Colts were going to be a powerhouse in the AFC. Those are my 2 worst takes of this season. It's not even close.
I mean, but realize we still, with that team that we just had, we still have top picks. We have
top 10 you guys traded away a lot. Dude, I'm telling you, I think it goes Niners 1, Seattle 2, and they both make the playoffs again.
Pete Carroll made a great business decision. Go with Gino. Take your chances. Let Russ go.
People hate on Pete, dude. Pete's a beast.
Pete's
amazing, man.
I miss USC football.
Amazing.
Pete. Yeah. So wait, while we're on this topic, I'll go last. Tell me what the Niners do in the quarterback situation. We have a UCL tear. That's real. We have Trey, who we paid a lot for. He broke his ankle. You don't rush him back, but he will be 100% by September. Mm-hmm. Tell me what y'all do. Trell, you want to go first or Matt? Either one.
I'll go. I think you start Trey Lance. You paid him. You paid a good chunk of change to get him. He was showing flashes. He's pretty good. I mean, losing to the Bears probably isn't very amazing on your resume.
Terrible weather.
Terrible weather, but he's probably not super. Well, I guess where he went to college, he's okay with the weather. You know what I'm saying? But
he barely went to college.
But terrible weather. I'm not even going to count that against him. It was so early. He was trying to get his bearings, trying to get everything together. I think you start Trey Lance next year. I think he was waiting. He waited for his turn, earned his spot, and an injury just kind of derailed it for him. Yeah, Brock Purdy had a good run. And start Trey Lance, and if he plays poorly, you know what you have coming in next. I think you start Trey Lance. Brock Purdy comes in as a backup, and you see where you go from there.
Matty, you're up.
I completely disagree. Here's the thing. You can't change the past. This is one thing I learned in life. You can't change the past. Just because you paid X, Y, and Z for Trey Lance doesn't mean you shouldn't understand what you have in front of you. And Brock Purdy was 7-0 before the NFC conference game and literally just got injured. Like Gino said, they could have won.
I was joking around. Baseball. If the game's tied and if you come out and the game is tied, you don't get a loss as a pitcher.
Yeah.
I don't think Brock has a loss on his. I can't give him that.
I agree.
He came out. He was 7-0, but we did tie it. If we didn't tie it, I agree. But technically, the game was tied and he was no longer in.
What did the Niners give up to get Trey? Like a few picks?
If I understand it correctly, we had 3 first-round picks. We baked them all into that one. So technically, we gave up 2 and picked him.
See, me personally, I either try to get 2 picks back from him.
So if we get back
or
2,
I keep him as my backup. I literally put him behind Brock Purdy and just have
here's the thing. There was a catalyst that got Brock Purdy to where he is, though. And who is that? The guy that's in the backfield that Trey Lance did not have.
I understand.
You know what I'm saying?
That's a good point.
That's who really
Traded
propelled it.
CMC. Yeah. I will say though, so I guess I'm going to try and meet you guys in the middle here. If 2 picks for Trey is on the table and you have Brock, you now have 2 more dudes to come in and surround Brock with. But we need a backup. And I don't know if Jimmy will hang out. So I sure as hell, I'm hearing Tom Brady, all this. Tom ain't coming to play backup to Purdy. He'll literally quit. I don't even know how the deal with his contracts work, but he's coming to start. I'm torn because I'm trying to give you 3 narratives. 1, You tell Trey and Brock won 7 games, Trey. It's your job to steal that job from him.
Agreed.
I think Trey has to eat that. I'll beat him in practice. I don't think you can do it the other way around. 2, I do think we lose Jimmy. I don't see a situation where he hangs out.
Yeah.
I'm a little pissed. People might hate me for this. I don't like Jimmy laughing on the sideline when we're getting waxed. 2, if I fucking find out that Jimmy could have played or could have rushed back and he was a semi 100% to be our third string in that game and he didn't, I'll move on for him for nothing. He doesn't even get a pick. I don't know. I don't know where his injury's at.
Yeah.
But
Jimmy's gone.
But word was he would been ready for playoffs.
Yeah.
That was 2 weeks after that. Why wasn't he ready?
Yeah.
Why was Brock in there with a torn UCL fresh?
Yeah.
So again, I'm ready to move on from Jimmy. I've been a Jimmy advocate for a while.
Yep.
And 3, we have this Tom Brady obsession. The guy grew up a Niner fan. His parents are from San Mateo. But, dude, I was so low on Tom this year. I said this is going to be the first visual decline. That all said, and I think Trell said it at dinner, you put Tom back in there, and you're going to hate this, Eagles fan, cover your ears. I think Tom and those Niners, 51% chance of winning that game. So it's just hard. It's hard because he finds a way to be elusive. He doesn't get hurt.
Yeah, he's not very mobile. And
No, he's not mobile, but, dude, we got weapon. Dude, you just got to put the ball up in the air for these dudes.
When Brock Purdy got hurt, that ball was gone. No matter where Tom Brady threw it at, that ball would have been gone by then.
Come on, he doesn't take hits. He knows how to.
Yeah.
He's elusive, even though he's immobile. He knows when the play is not worth his health, and he'll fall down. He'll literally just fall down and take a touch sack. So I'm torn. We got 3 very clear avenues. What I'll say, and I'll shut up after this. If we get 2 picks back for Trey, having found Brock, I don't think you can walk away from that.
That's fair.
It's hard because you get back what you got for nothing.
What if somebody calls? Ring, ring, ring.
Yeah.
Hey, we'll give you Lamar Jackson. Give us Trey Lance. Give us
you gotta pay
a few picks.
You have to pay Lamar.
That's okay though. That's 2 rings back to back. That's nasty. Come on, you're telling me
who denies if Lamar comes calling?
CMC, Lamar, Debo,
CMC.
Ayuk.
You know what we're gonna see? Here comes the triple option.
Oh my god. I don't
All right,
even
well
know
let's move on from 49ers land.
Sorry.
Gino, by the way, you look great in your outfit today, bro. I love it.
You're doing the same thing next year?
Oh
next
my
playoffs?
goodness.
I'll do it. I told you I think the 49ers could win it all next year. But all right, I want to play a quick game called Buy or Sell. I'm going to give you guys the MVP. I'm going to give you guys a player to win MVP and the odds. We'll go Trell, Gino. Jalen Hurts plus 110. Buy or sell?
So
I'll buy it.
Patrick Mahomes plus 130.
I don't think Chiefs are winning, so I got to sell it.
I'll sell too.
Travis Kelce 10-1.
Again, I don't think they're. I'll buy a little stock.
This is pure value standpoint.
Just pure value. I'll buy it. At 10-1. You can't deny
I'm
it.
very square, narrow-minded. I think the only way the Chiefs win this game is Kelce puts up 200 yards and 2 touchdowns.
200 is a tight end.
Doesn't mean that's Travis Kelce.
That's Kelce.
200.
That's eight catches.
What's his
10 catches?
His rack is crazy because when he catches the ball, like some tight ends just get tackled from behind.
Yeah,
he does this little spin thing.
He's
Yeah.
I'm just saying 200 yards, 2 touchdowns. He gets, and that's 10-1. I'm not all
Yards
in
have
on
to
that.
catch Jack.
AJ Brown 11-1.
I'll sell it. I don't like it. I'm okay.
I can't have this many players, but I do like that A.J. Brown did nothing against the Niners.
Yeah.
So I think you're getting him a little cheap, or if he did something, he'd be like a 6.5.
He did nothing against the Giants, too.
Yeah.
He's done nothing in the postseason.
I really don't think the Eagles haven't been tested yet.
Yeah. Here's a really interesting one, and I know a running back has not won in the last 10 years. But Miles Sanders, 22-1.
I'm gonna buy that at 22-1 for him to be getting all the ball in the red zone every single time, and he scored 2 last game. If he scores 2 or 3 this game, he's getting it.
Yeah. Why did Barton get the third carry? Why wasn't Miles Sanders getting that carry? Was he out?
No, it's just red zone.
They just mix it up.
Yeah, they just mix it up. Kenneth Gainwell, I mean, they're all getting.
That's where it's hard, right?
I feel like they want Miles Sanders to score though. When you see Kenneth
No,
Gainwell,
they do.
Kenneth Gainwell was killing it. He got him all the way downfield, and
Yeah,
then
he
you don't
did.
give him the ball to punch it in. You give it to Miles Sanders.
Yeah.
It's like a.
No, I agree. It's interesting. Does he have no fumbles? Maybe is Miles Sanders like ball security?
He's been good all year, yeah.
I'd buy Miles Sanders at that price because he's the one punching, the
Well,
one scoring.
I
a
think it's
touchdown.
interesting if this game somehow ends in a blowout. Like, if they're just more physical and they just feed Miles. Like, I think that's where his opportunity is. Devontae Smith, 22-1. It's a big number, but that's tough.
I think if you have Miles Sanders at pretty much the same odds,
Yeah.
I'd sell that.
Just because he's our WR2.
Yeah. All right, here's the next two are interesting. Hassan Reddick, 33-1.
I'm buying. It's a no-brainer to me.
Yeah, I'll sell.
Chris Jones, 40-1.
Oh,
bad.
my goodness.
If the Chiefs get right to that line and punch him in, I mean, 40-1's nice. 40-1's fun.
40-1.
One unit, real sicko mode, 5 units on the game. One of them's at 40x. Just hoping for those. Just hoping for PIs.
The thing is, I couldn't actually do it because I'm gonna have so much money on the Eagles to win this Super Bowl game that I wouldn't want my money tied up in anything Chiefs.
I'm just praying for Kelsey touchdowns or them to PI him, put him on the one.
Jerick McKinnon, 45-1.
Yeah, I've got to sell that big time. I don't see the value in it because, especially since he's not been doing anything lately, Pacheco is going to be the one getting the load anyway.
He'll get the load, and McKinnon has looked good though. I missed him, man. We needed backups.
Here's a really interesting one. Darius Slay, 60-1.
Big play, Slay.
He's on record to talk about it's been 10 years. 10 years he was crying on the field when the Eagles won the championship or the conference finals, and he's saying it took 10 years to get here. And you just never know with Patrick Mahomes, like if he can get a key pick in a pivotal moment in the game. And
What am I missing 10 years? They were what about 2018?
No, he wasn't on the team. He's been in the league.
He's been in the league 10 years.
Oh, I got it.
He wasn't on the team.
Lion, right?
He was in Detroit.
Okay, got it. I'm sorry, I missed all that.
But yeah, that's interesting to me because if he gets like a key or like a pivotal pick in the game on Patrick Mahomes, I mean it's a huge long shot.
Yeah, no, it's
we haven't seen a DB really win it.
Anything's possible, but I will say of all the quarterbacks who does not air a soft in the flat, it's Mahomes. He's one of the hardest people to pick six on.
Yeah.
He's one of the hardest people to pick off in general.
He throws darts. Yeah.
Did you see the pass to MVS to score that touchdown? Like the window that he had to get it in.
No, I know.
It was ridiculous. I'd sell that. Mr. Big Play Slay actually missed the opportunity to get an interception on the Niners. There was,
I know, and I was sick about it. I actually didn't end up betting him, but I tweeted it that week. I was like, check out. It's funny because I actually showed good discipline this past week because there was bets I was like, before I saw the line and odds, I was like, this is what I want to take and this is what I want to take. And those two things, one was Jalen Hurts rushing yards, his over. Again, I didn't know what the number was yet. And two, I was like, Darius Slay's going to get a pick. And I waited, and once those lines and odds came out, I was like, Jalen Hurts at 47.5. There's no way in hell against the number one rush defense I'm taking over 47.5 for a quarterback to run the ball. And then I saw the odds on Darius Slay to get a pick. It was plus 410 on FanDuel. I'm like, I'm not taking 4-1 on a DB to get a pick. Like, I need at least like 8. Like, I mean, 4-1. I mean, he should have had.
Yeah,
it,
there's no 4-1's low.
It's so low.
1 in 4 games, no chance.
Yeah, and it's like the quarterback might not even throw a pick. Like in general, like that's just such a small number. So I passed on both those, and it ended up working out. And like we always say at DisciplinedDegens, skipping a loss is more valuable than winning the game.
It's crazy how you kind of pair up what your game pick is with your props because. I was going to bet. I didn't bet it. I ended up only betting the game. I didn't even put out an Eagles pick. I ended up betting the Eagles. I didn't put it out because I wasn't sure. I wasn't 100% sure. But I also was going to pair with Brock Purdy over 0.5 interceptions. And I was going to pair with his under like 31 and 30 and a half completions or whatever the case may be. Yeah. I thought those were both good bets. And I would have had both of them if Slay would have just picked it off. And, of course, he wasn't throwing many passes.
Yeah. Agreed. All right, well, next week on the show, we're going to get a lot more into the player props of the game, the official plays. Right now, we're talking at a high level of kind of what we like and what happened this past week, but we're going to really dive in deep next week on that. Maybe the algo plays, the player props, all that stuff. But I know Gino wanted to give out an algo play for, was it NBA today?
The home in honor of the homie Trell. Yeah. Anyone watching? I don't know if we'll get this out fast enough, but we'll try.
Yeah.
Lake Show money line Tuesday. What is today? Tuesday
we're actually
the
not
31st.
We're actually not going to get it out. The game is starting now.
All right, well, it'll still be cool to see if it wins.
It'll just make us look smart.
The Lakers are currently up 11-5 with 5 minutes and 10 seconds left in the first quarter.
Oh,
Lake Show.
Dinner.
Come on,
dinner.
Yeah,
we should have gone somewhere to watch this.
All right. Was there anything you guys are looking at? Have you guys even looked at a slate tomorrow for anything? College hoops, NBA. Maybe give out a winner for tomorrow.
I'm one of the bigger college hoops fans. Like, I do college every single day. Tomorrow, just on the surface, like, obviously, you know what I'm saying, I can't say anything for sure. Follow me on Twitter. I'll let you know. Xavier, Providence is traveling to Xavier. Xavier 16, Providence 17. Xavier's probably going to be 2.5. Xavier's going to be 2.5 point favorites at home after Xavier just pretty much got whacked on the road at Creighton, losing by about 17 points. I think they bounced back huge against a Providence team that's they were lucky last year. This year they just won again. I think Xavier bounces back and they beat Providence convincingly at home tomorrow. So I would probably look to lay the points with Xavier, 2.5 with Xavier. The Providence on 3-game win streak. They just beat Nova on the road. So I like Xavier.
Official pick is what? Xavier minus what?
Xavier minus 2.5 or money line.
And that's for Wednesday the 1st.
Wednesday, February 1st. My birthday is February 5th.
If Trell gets it wrong, we're going to clip this. If he gets it right, we'll clip it for him too.
Let's just put it that Xavier should win this game. Xavier is going to win this game against the Providence Friars on Wednesday, February 1st.
Anything you liking, Gino, for tomorrow?
I'll be Florida +6.
Oh, I like that. I just got to the game.
I'll be Florida +6.
I like that.
I'm also liking, if I had to do 2 and I'm looking at top 25 to keep it interesting, Florida +6, Marquette -8.5. This Nova team, their brand is bigger than their team this year. This Nova team's soft. And I married into a Nova family, so they hate that I say that. But Marquette -8.5, Florida +6. I'll keep it. Actually, shit, Trell gave it pop. We're doing all top 25.
Yeah, you seen Nova got Justin Moore back, and I think they were pretty sharp play against Providence too.
Yeah.
They were like what, 1.5? It was like plus. They were like plus 1.5, and then somehow down the stretch, Providence gets it done. Remember last year we were talking about them being the luckiest team in college basketball and all that good stuff. And this year it's starting again. Like, they played Butler on the road. I had Butler. I thought it was a good play. Dom killed them. They played Nova on the road. Nova gets a star player back. And they beat them. And now they have to go on the road to play Xavier, who just got waxed by Creighton.
I know.
Give me Xavier.
And honestly, I agree with your pick. I'm not against it at all. The reason this Marquette team's heating up at the right time. I think they've won 8 of the last 9 or it's 9 of the last 10. And I just love teams that have old rival, old blood, old hate for someone that owned them for the last 3 of the last 4 years, something like that. And 8.5's a lot. And 8.5 feels like too many, and this is where I always say the books are better than me. I'm taking Marquette -8.
Every time. Like tonight, marquee matchup, Kansas State. What Kansas is laying
didn't make sense.
Is laying 8.5 now. You got it early. Some people got 6.5. Some people had to eat juice at -120 on 7, and now it's at 8.5.
We got in there early.
The game starts.
Huh?
The game start?
That's at 8:00.
The game starts. Yeah, soon. Yeah.
Okay.
We'll still be able to look smart, but people just won't make money off our place.
It's all, but that's
all that matters.
Do you guys have any way for them to watch it live?
No,
that'd be huge. Like kind of how you did.
People in DD got fed today, so that's our paywall. But people in DD got fed on time.
Yeah, I'm big into college basketball. I don't even look at much else.
I mean, my play of the day was Virginia Tech. Ooh, it's actually close. I got them +4.5, and they're down 1 at half. So like anyone's game.
My play of the day was kind of close to that. I wouldn't say play of the day, but both 2 of them. I'm on Maryland money line to beat Indiana. I got it. It's -150, -160 on every book. I end up betting it at -140
Didn't you go to
on
Indiana?
BetOpenly. Yeah.
Man.
So
heartless.
Top 25 team on the road that are dogs. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
I think it's a letdown spot for them. I mean, I went there, but it's about money and lines and things like that.
You like your money more.
I can't bet them just because I like them. If I bet every team that I like, bro, I'd be down tons of units. So today I was on Boston College +4.5.
And they're up 7 at halftime.
Yep, I'm on Boston College +4.5. And another big play of mine was Maryland money line. So I think that those 2 plays were pretty good, pretty sharp plays today.
And Maddie, I think we'll give this out. So once the football season ends, Algo does all sports. So I'm shifting Maddie in. I think we should go straight to only top 25 basketball.
You guys have to let me into that one.
Of course.
I love that.
Yeah.
And then NBA and hockey. Yep. And I think what we'll do, Maddie's a system guy. I'm Algo guy. We'll have enough to feed.
I'm a spot guy.
And there's enough. 100%. And Trell can come in.
Yes, sir.
I think we should. I mean, there's no reason not to. And we've learned enough, and we have enough people in DD feeding that, like, there's an overwhelming amount of value. So I can't see a reason not to.
For sure. All right, well, let's end with your final score prediction of the Super Bowl. Trell, I'm going to hand it to you first.
Give me Eagles 31-21.
I like that. What about Mr. Eagle down there?
Oh, man.
You might
27-24. I'll go 27-24 Eagles.
I'm going to go 31-17 Eagles. I think we just dominate the line of scrimmage. That's my prediction.
Okay.
You're bold on them. Dude, I hate that I'm on the Eagles. I like that I'm on the Eagles because it's the winner of our game.
You know what would be interesting to see?
They haven't been tested yet.
It'd be interesting to look back at like the last 20 Super Bowls and see how many games have been decided by like double digits. I bet you it's more than we think because there's just so many games where I feel like it hasn't been. There's been a lot of letdown Super Bowls where they haven't been competitive.
And I need to know who the refs are. That's been one of the most underappreciated systems that we give out.
Yeah.
Dude, you could track these refs and all. Y'all can do it on your own or you can pay to do it, but I'm not saying the game's fixed. I'll argue till I'm blue in the face with anyone about that.
Yeah.
There are certain refs that call the home team and away teams different. Mm-hmm. There are certain refs that call offense and defensive penalties different.
Yeah.
And there are certain refs that result in more overs and unders.
What did you say? You want to know which Super Bowl's in double digits?
I'm just saying how many have been uncompetitive.
So Rams, Bengals competitive 23-20. Bucks, Chiefs. Bucks dominated 31-9.
Yep.
Chiefs, San Fran. Chiefs pretty much dominate 31-20. 11-point win. England, Rams. Kind of competitive, but it's still a 10-point win.
The Niners were up 3 quarters.
13-3 Rams. Patriots beat the Rams. 41-33 Nick Foles, the Philly savior, beats New England.
That was like a hell of a game.
New England 34-28. We all know what happened there. That game was on my birthday. Denver smacked Carolina 24-10.
I'm telling you, bro. It's like half the games.
I miss my hero Cam Newton. He's my favorite college football player of all time. New England, Seattle, 28-20. Seattle. We beat Denver 43-8.
I'm telling you,
I do think what I'm hearing is the spread never comes into play in the Super Bowl.
it sounds like.
Except did Cincy cover last year versus the Rams?
They did by a point.
They did 3.5. It was by half a point. It was 3.5.
So minus the one of the last 10 had
the truth.
Had the loser
make
cover.
A video on this because this is actually interesting stuff.
Yeah, no one's been covering. I mean, I guess San Fran won when Baltimore, probably kicked them in the teeth. 34-31.
Yeah.
San Fran, I'm guessing they covered that one. I don't know what the spread was, but I'm guessing they covered it.
No, we were only +4, but we were up 3 quarters of that game.
In 2013?
Agreed.
No, not 2013.
Yeah, that was 2013 with Joe Flacco and the Ravens beat San Fran.
Oh, got it. Yeah. We were actually favored in that game.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So, okay.
We were -4 in that game.
Yeah.
There's a dog that covered.
Yeah, that was ugly.
Yeah. All right, well, let's wrap up here, guys. If you're still listening, guys, one thing I will ask you, please leave us a review on Apple or Spotify. Please give us a 5-star review. Tell us how you like Gino and his Eagles outfit today. And if you're on YouTube, like and subscribe. Check us out, DisciplinedDegens.com, $1 a day for the Algo, all sports. So I actually think it's a great time to sign up, even with football season ended. And last but not least, if you don't go over to BetOpenly.com for the Super Bowl, you're outside of your mind. There's going to be tens of thousands of degenerate gamblers betting on the Super Bowl on BetOpenly alone. You need to go on there because you're going to get – look, you can use your sportsbook for all the degenerate shit. If you want to bet on the color of the Gatorade, go do it on your sportsbook. But if you're betting on a team and you're not taking it on BetOpenly, you're literally just pissing money away. Whether it's the total, a team, money line, point spread, go over to betopenly.com, make an account. It takes a day or two to get verified, so make sure you do it now and not last minute before the Super Bowl.
And technically, I want to be clear. I can go in and add props and stuff, but you just got to understand, if you want a dude that's 11-1, is someone else going to put up 1100 to win 100? Maddie will.
I'll host
but I'm just saying I could throw stuff in there, but we got a crazy roadmap for February and March anyway, where we're adding props and we're adding contests and we're actually going to be able to let 18 and up in. So that'll be game changing for all the young bucks out there. So it's not that I can't add this stuff. It's just I just want a bunch of people. We're dying.
That's scary.
I just don't want a bunch of people all frustrated where enough bets will fill on the money line and over under and spreads.
If there are any specific props that you want for the Super Bowl, tweet at Gino.BetOpenly on Twitter and tell him what you want to see. And maybe I'll try to convince him for you.
I could do like a high-low over-under on player props. That's easy, right?
Yeah.
If like A.J. Brown's over-under 70 yards, something like that, that's usually easy to find at the end of the thing.
Yeah.
And if you're a huge Chiefs lover and Chiefs better, I'll take any bet you got. I'm confident the Eagles are going to win this Super Bowl pretty convincingly. So I'll take them. You know what I'm saying?
Can I just say one thing, guys? Yeah. When square ass ESPN has all the same logo,
I know
that's a problem.
Bro, did you see the Eagles today?
There's an Eagles logo in front of all three of us. We just did what SportsCenter does.
Did you see the Eagles-Niners game though? The very last person picked the Niners. I was so happy. I was like, they're about to all go Philly. You have to have one.
The Chiefs
I think most had Cincy.
The Chiefs and Bengals were split 2-2.
Oh,
They were 2-2.
Good.
Yep. All right, Trell, tell everybody where they can find you at Twitter, TikTok, Instagram.
Yeah, all handles Trell J Sports, TikTok Trell J _sports. I get a video up at least every single day on TikTok, whether it's just, a pic or something that you can relate to, things like that. I'm on Instagram every day, very active, like on my story. And where you can really find me at is Twitter. If you need to get in contact with me, Twitter, Instagram DMs, or I give out pics on Twitter every single day. So you can find me there as well.
All right. Appreciate you joining, brother.
My dudes.
Yes, sir.